Not everything needs a response. No response is a response. What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Gina, and I am I keep doing it. Back with another video. I will say 3 things that I'm grateful for at the top of my video. Number 1, I'm grateful for my Crocs. Number 2, I'm grateful for my fireplace.
You know, that's just my opinion. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody got something to say.
Number 3, I'm thankful for my amazing friend and camera woman in the back. Say, hey girl.
Hey girl.
This is part 2 of a series that I'm doing on becoming that girl. The first part of leveling up is 1, building your self-confidence. I just did a whole video about this in part 1 of the series of how to become that girl by, what do I want to call this, by for next year, right? Okay.
Or this year.
Or this year. You can still be that girl. You can be that girl today. You already are that girl. Or that man if you're watching this. That's fine. So yeah, building your self-confidence. That's gonna be number 1. Number 2, I don't have my notes with me, so I'm just talking out the lip. And y'all know when I start talking, just damn, I just keep talking and see Maddie, I keep talking and keep talking. But I think you're gonna enjoy this talk. So the second one is being intentional about everything that you do. So when I say that, I am in a season of intentionality. I'm intentionally choosing myself. I'm intentionally spending time with people who I want to spend time with. I'm intentional with my time that I spend with myself. I'm intentional with everything that I'm doing, literally. And because of that, I don't have room to be distracted, right? I'm intentional about my videos, like editing, like find out things that you're intentional about and do them with intentionality, if that's the term I should coin, right? The next one that I would say in terms of choosing yourself is find out who you are. How can you choose you if you don't even know you? What makes you you? Why do you do the things that you do? That's what I would definitely say. Finding out why you do the things that you do, and that's what therapy has helped. I love going to therapy. Now, is it easy all the time? No. You really learn to heal through some wounds, and through therapy, you learn, like you really start to learn why you are the way you are, right? You start to learn why you act the way that you act in certain situations, right? And I think that's a really big part in leveling up, because that also helps you start to take accountability for the things that you do or the things that you say, right? Because now I know where that's from, so let me go back and try to heal from that, right? In therapy, like, be proud of yourself. If you're in therapy right now, I'm so proud of you, because that's not something that's easy. Like, not everybody's trying to fix themselves, and not even saying that it's like a fix, but trying to work on themselves, right? And therapy is so good for that, right? And going back to when I was talking about finding out who you are, that's something that's, for example, you can ask your friends, like I talk a little bit about that in my confidence video. You can ask your friends, how do you see me? What do you see me as, right? And just be like, people see you in different perspectives, right? And their perspective doesn't have to become your reality. Their opinion is not your reality, but it does help you become more self-aware, right? So another thing is embrace your flaws. Please do. Because what you think is a flaw might more than likely is what people love about you the most. Now me, I am not perfect at all. I'm just positive and I am persistent, right? I have days where I'm not like, I would say I'm more self-disciplined is what I would say, because I have my days. Like before this video, I literally just had a breakdown, right? Hey y'all. Okay y'all, so another thing is that working on, I would say for myself, I used a lot of vocabulary, right? I'm very well-rounded in terms of my vocab. I'm still learning a lot, but like allowing your becoming more well-rounded. Like for myself, I wanted to learn a new word every day, so I used to have the dictionary send me something every day, so I would use it. I learned a lot of words, gingerly, pensive, like I learned a lot of things. And not to say you have to have this huge vocabulary, right? But I feel like intelligence shines a lot also through your vocabulary. And that is how another way you can level up, right? Is strengthening your vocabulary. It's something as simple as just learning a word a day, or something as simple as, if you always say, I'm very careful, why not say I'm gingerly? Look at them synonyms, girl, and you can use my discount. I'm just playing. I ain't got no code for y'all. Okay, I ain't got no code. Okay. Another thing that I would say in terms of leveling up in life is to slow down and take breaks. Okay, you're not on anybody's time schedule, right? Your girl in the back taught me that. Like, just slow down, right? Slow down. Take a moment. Take it all in. Like, this life is something that is so beautiful, and I think we miss so much of it because we're not being present. We're so focused on the future or the past, we're not enjoying the present, which the present time, which is a present, right? I think just really just slowing down and just taking things in, being grateful for things. Like, how I start my videos with 3 things I'm grateful for. I say those things every day, like at least like 5 times a day, like 5 things I'm grateful for. Showing gratitude is another huge way that I would always say that you can level up, because without gratitude, then what do you have? Like, I feel like you have to be thankful for things, because this life could be easily taken away from you. And like, I think when you're able to find the joy and the gratitude in the small things, it just makes life so much easier and like so much more, I guess, brighter, more luminous. Y'all see that term? Okay, y'all, right? Because it's like, I'm thankful for water. Somebody in the world right now doesn't have clean water to drink. I'm thankful for my bed. Some people don't have a bed to sleep in. When you've added gratitude to your life, you learn to walk different, I would definitely say, because it's like, you don't take things for granted. And you start, that also can lead to people, you don't take people for granted too. So that'd be my next thing with leveling up is taking accountability. Like I mentioned, like I am somebody, I will have my friends check me and I will check my friends. By taking accountability, you become more self-aware. Like that has something a little bit to do more with like self-awareness and accountability, because it's like, okay, I just said this, that was not that nice. Let me go apologize, or let me go try to fix what I said, because that's not my intent. Another thing when it comes to people, y'all, sometimes separation means elevation, or elevation means separation. Not everybody go with you can come with you, okay? There are some people in your life that are going to be there for a reason, for a season, or, you know, let's say a lifetime. I seen this video and it was like, people are like a tree. You have the branches, right? And they break easily, right? They're just like the people that you say hi, you know, whatever, like they're not really there to stay. They kind of just latch on. And then you have the, what do they say? Some people are the leaves, they blow away easily. And then you have some that are the roots. Have some friends who are your roots, because no matter what, they're rooted. You want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people, because who you hang around is who you will become. I cannot preach that enough. Who you hang around with is who you become. And I will say that over and over. If I want to be a millionaire, I'm going to surround myself with millionaires. Or I'm going to surround myself with people who have the mindset of wanting to become a millionaire. For myself, my ambition is something that is going to carry me until the last days that I'm here, because I am somebody, I work very hard. So my friends are ambitious. I didn't say surround yourself with people who have money. I didn't say that, because not everybody has millions of dollars. I said surround yourself with people who have an intent to want to become better. They always want to do better. They want to push you to do better. They have the mindset of a millionaire. They might not have it right now, but you see that they're working towards something. I personally cannot surround myself with people who do not have ambition, because that's going to rub off on me, or I'm going to drain myself trying to give them something they don't even want. And change, oh y'all, okay, this leveling up, learning how to let people go, because we're on the topic of people. So it's no secret that heartbreak is like a really hard thing, but I think that heartbreak is the hardest when it's from a friend, because I've had my heart broken in a relationship, but having my heart broken by a friend, that just stings deeper. But at a certain point, you have to ask yourself, is this friendship, is this an asset, or is this becoming a liability to me? Am I able to be in this friendship? Is my energy being reciprocated? Is everything I'm doing being reciprocated? Not to say that everything you do is not going to be reciprocated, because people show up differently, and that's something I had to learn so much. Like, I'm in the process of leveling up myself too. It's a never-ending journey, but I can give you little tips along the way to help you. Some people can't show up for you the way that you need them to, and that's so okay if you can't be in that friendship, because you're allowed to have needs and you're allowed to have wants, right? But understanding that other people have different love languages. And I seen this quote, it says, some people cannot love you the way that you want them to. Don't hate them for that, right? That's why we all have different love languages. One of my love languages is quality time. That's like my number one. One of my friends' love languages, their last one could be quality time, and their first one could be, their first one could be acts of service, or their first one could be words of affirmation, right? They show up for me the way that they know how to love, because often the way that we feel loved is the way that we know how to love, right? Quality time, I feel a lot more loved if I'm spending time with you. I would rather much spend time with you than get gifts. Like, I give a lot more than I receive, and I've always been that person, right? But back to it, I'm somebody, like I said, quality time is my number one. My friend could have quality time as their number 5 and words of affirmation, and they keep showing up for me with words of affirmation, but not quality time, because to them, that's not their love language. So it's not gonna be as easy to love you that way. But they can love you with words of affirmation. They can affirm you, they can tell you this, they're that, like all of that, because that's how they show up, how they love you. But eventually you kind of learn how to, I don't know if I would say compromise, you kind of learn how to bond together in a way that you're able to love with with your needs both met, right? They might try to show up for you a little bit more with quality time, but do understand that's not their love language, right? So just having them just show up and whatnot, like showing up is not the same for everybody, and that's something I'm still learning, right? There are some of my friends I can talk to you once a year and we're good. There are some of my friends we talk dang near every week or like every couple days, because that's just some of my friendships. I know what they need in a friendship. They know what I need in mine. Some of my other friends, like I said, once a year, oh girl, we fine. We go fly to see each other. That's fine. Like I don't have any problems with you, nothing. That's just, that's not their love language, is quality time. Mine is, right? And like I said, like because we have different love languages, you have to be real with yourself. You have to ask yourself, are you okay with that? Like, are you okay with that level of love? Like, are you in that? If you're not, that's okay. Like, you don't have to be, right? And I also seen this thing that says we don't get to choose how people love. We get to sit back. We don't get to choose how we're loved, or how we're loved. I guess you sit back and you watch how they love, and you see if you want them to love you that way, because people are gonna love the way they are, and not everybody can love. No one's gonna love the way you do, right? There might and I can't say ever, because the love for yourself, it should be unconditional, but not everybody is capable of unconditional love, because often we love how we were loved. And if some people don't feel loved, they're not gonna be able to love you because they don't even love them. So just I know I said letting go, but there's a difference between like cutting somebody off and like being able to like stick it out and like see, okay, there's a difference between somebody knowing what you need in a friendship and they're not doing it. Like they're not gonna do it, but there's also a difference between they know and they're trying. Like they might not get it on the nose, they might not get a A+ in it, but at least they got a C, and they're trying. They're not just not doing it, they're not ignoring you, they're listening to you, they're taking accountability for it, and like you can see there's an effort. Because some of my friendships, like we started off like not really knowing how to be friends, I guess, right? Or we started off super close, and as we grew up, we kind of saw, oh wow, like you can't show up for me that way. Okay, can you? And then some of my friends said, yeah, of course, like let me try. I don't get it all the time. I don't get an A+ in every category of love, because I don't know I can't love all those categories. I might want to, but I'm gonna try for people who I care about. So that's another thing in terms of letting people go. If they want to leave, let them leave. If somebody is willing to risk losing you, let them go. Because how could you be so dumb to risk losing me? If they put you at risk to say or do something that knows to risk your friendship, what makes you think they won't do it again? Why did they do it the first time? Right? There's a difference. Like I said, there are a few exceptions. Like there's some cases where they really, really did not mean to hurt you. Right? But you at this point, you know when somebody is trying to hurt you, right? And we can be hurt in different ways. So that's why also therapy is really, really therapeutic, because that's another thing, like I said, with like the therapy, because once you're in therapy, it's like you kind of start to figure out what are your triggers and like things like that. And they might say something that triggers you, but they didn't know that. And if they're willing to like, oh, I'm sorry about that, or like, hey, okay, how can I not trigger you, or how can I fix that so that you're not triggered, that's a very good friend. But there's a difference between that or why are you so sensitive? Oh, why am I so sensitive? Okay, I'm gonna take my little sensitive behind out of here and walk into another session and see how to let you go. Okay, stop. So letting people go so you can grow, Because like I keep telling you, not everybody go with you, come with you. And there are going to be some friendships, y'all, like they're going to hurt. Like it hurts. It is not easy. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, letting people go is easy, because it's not. Like you go through a process of grief because you grieve the loss of something that you hoped would be. Like you hoped they would be there forever. You hoped that would be your best friend, right? And if you, let's say you and your best friend are not friends anymore because of something, right? That doesn't mean that your best friend, like that doesn't have to be your standard of a best friend. Because I used to tell myself, oh, I'm never going to find somebody, I'm never going to be friends like with, have another like friend like that again. But why was she or he the standard of the best friend? Right? Not to bash anybody, but like you learn a lot, and as you let more people go, you start to learn what you will not tolerate. Like you cut them off. And so let me talk a little about cutting people off. When you cut somebody off, let me tell you something. No is a sentence in its own. You don't have to explain nothing. And now, if they're your close friend and y'all want to talk about it, I would definitely talk about it with your close friend. But if somebody is repeatedly doing something to you and you keep telling them, they know what they're doing. Like we know what we're doing. They know what they're doing. They don't care enough to switch. So I say give them, I'm really not somebody who's like in for second chances, right? But if they're trying, like I said, with an effort, okay. But if you repeatedly tell them, hey, it hurts me when you do this, and they keep doing it, girl, let them go. You don't even, at that point, don't even explain, because they know what they're doing, okay? And another thing with letting people go is people always come back to you, because they will come back if your intentions are pure. That's why I said, going back to being intentional, if your intentions are pure, you will always win, right? I've had so many people do me so wrong, and guess what? They all came back to me. Did I take them back? No. I didn't, because you already risked losing me once. Why would I open myself up to be vulnerable to be hurt by you again? I am not somebody who gives up easily. And I'm not perfect. I'm sure I've done things that hurt people. And like, that's another thing about being accountable. If I know I've done something to hurt you, I am the first one to talk to you like, hey, I am so sorry. I should have not said that. I am so sorry that I hurt you. Not if, but that, because I did hurt you. And like, I'm not here to invalidate anybody's feelings. I just want to let you know from where I stand, I'm wrong. That's a leveling up. If you're wrong, sis. Allow yourself to be wrong. Like, I'm wrong. Like, I shouldn't have said it. Apologize for it. It's so much easier to like, just admit that you're wrong than try to prove why you're not, right? There's certain, like I said, I'm not saying like in every situation, but if you know you're wrong, don't try to go around the corner. Girl, just say you're wrong. Like, you don't have to go around the bush and do all of this. You did wrong. Hey, I did wrong. And like I said, when I'm saying like it's easier to not do wrong, what am I trying to say? Like I'm trying to say is that if you know you're wrong, it's easier to admit it than like sit here and try to tell a lie saying that you're not, okay? That's pretty much like my thing about cutting people off. And at a certain point in time, like, you know, like your peace is everything. Like, that is too expensive. That is everything that's the most expensive thing you can have. So if somebody is just like discounting your peace, stop putting yourself on sale for other people. For what? For what? Right? And I'm still learning all this, right? And I think just through learning it, I'm just loving what I'm learning, but it hurts like hell, right? And I think that would like the last like couple things I would say about leveling up is like I talked about my confidence thing is just really like change, be adaptable to change. I am a very adaptable person. I can adapt to my environment very quickly, right? But I know not everybody can adapt to things. Change is a little hard too. Like change, not just environment, like change, you can change your hairstyle. Like if you know the people who rocking with you, not really rocking with you, not really, not supporting you, not want to help you, change up your friend group. Like life is too short to be surrounded by people who make you feel, there is nothing worse than feeling alone amongst a group of people. If you feel that way, you need to leave. Because I promise you, as much as this hurts as I'm gonna say, when you leave, they're not gonna notice you leave, right? Until they know you can't, you left, you can't come back. Because they're already not seeing you there. So if you feel unseen, go. Just leave. Because they will come back. If you are a good person, they will come back to you. But you don't have to accept them, okay? So that was my thing on changing your hair, changing all that. Like, that's how I'm gonna level up. I'm taking care of myself more. I'm choosing me more. Like, I don't have time to respond to like negativity. And that would probably be my last thing, y'all. Is not everything needs a response. No response is a response. Not everything needs to you don't have to answer everybody. You don't have to explain yourself. Respect your boundaries. Do not change your boundaries for for people. Like, Do not. Respect your boundaries. You set them. If you have a certain standard, they need to meet that standard. Now look, when I said not everybody can love you the way that you love them, don't hate them for it. Now, in terms of standards, there's always going to be like one or two things somebody doesn't have, because we're not perfect people, right? So you can build up, girl, we could talk about relationships a whole nother time, but we can talk, look, that's going to be a whole nother video. But in terms of like having your standards, like I will not allow myself to be disrespected. I will not allow myself to do more and more and more than they're doing. I will not allow myself, like, once you know what you will not tolerate, girl, I promise you, that is like the highest level of confidence, because I would rather be alone, like I said, than feel lonely amongst a group of people who say they love me, but act like they don't even like me. So that is my spiel on leveling up and how I kind of plan, like, I'm in my process too. I'm just like you. I am not perfect, right? And I plan to keep leveling up by just therapy and learning and like sitting in my stillness. That is the last thing I will tell y'all. Sit in your stillness, sit in your emotions. Do not run from them, because your emotions are trying to tell you something, right? Your emotions are going to keep getting at you, because it's your body trying to tell you, hey, slow down. Hey, this just happened. You're sad right now, but you're trying to act like you're not sad. It's gonna catch up to you. So sit with it. It's so uncomfortable, but sit with it. Feel it. Let it tell you what it's trying to tell you. Like, if you're feeling sad, hey, why do I feel sad today? What do I need to do? And not just to like get out of the sadness. Do you need to cry right now? Like, do you need to just take time to be alone? Are you mad right now? What is my anger telling me? What is my anger telling me I need to do? Or what is it telling me I need to not do? But like, feeling your emotions helps build emotional intelligence, and also helps you become more self-aware. Like, because now I know how I act when I'm annoyed. So like, if I'm around people and I'm annoyed, hey, I need to take a couple minutes because like I'm a little bit annoyed right now. Let me go be by myself. Because you've sat with that already, so you know how your body reacts, right? So sit with it. It's uncomfortable and it hurts. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for watching this video. I dropped a lot of gems in this thing, okay? This is part 2 of the series, okay? And I hope you enjoy this as much. I loved filming it, and I would talk to y'all for hours and hours and hours and hours at a time if I could. I just want to encourage you to keep going too, as my last little thing at the end of my videos, y'all. I just want to encourage you to keep going. Like, this journey of healing is so not linear, right? And there are gonna be days when you're like, oh yeah, girl, I'm doing this thing. Then there's gonna be days where you might have moments where you do such, right? But just know that like, it's just a moment. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hear some more girl talk, chit chat with your girl G, okay, I'm gonna be back very soon, probably tomorrow, okay? And let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Let me know if this helps you, because I wish I had somebody like this when I was younger, right? I wish I had like this big sister. Like, I have a big sister, but like, I wish I had like this me, okay? I had me, but I had me, okay? I had me. I was like, but now I have me. All right, y'all. So thank you again for watching this video. I'll be Maddie, you gonna do with me? Back with another video very soon. Tell your aunts, your uncles, your cat. Nah, I can't say cats. I'll say that. Your guinea pigs, rats, cousins, bird owner, eggs eater. Ooh. Yeah. Owner. Yeah. To watch this video. All right, bye, y'all. Level up.